Hey residents of Meepletown, today we are looking at the Little Flower Shop, where John and I have competing flower shops to see who can be the talk of the town.
I don't know if you can tell, but look at this. Look at that, man. I didn't even mean to do that.
That shirt is the talk of the town.
How about that? Got some flowers on there. I'm ready to go, baby.
Let's get to the table and check out the Little Flower Shop.
All right, so we have the Little Flower Shop set up, and we are ready to play. Now, this is very simple in the mechanic of how to play this game. We're simply starting with 7 cards. We are drafting a card. And then in the 2-player variant, we will be, after we draft, we'll pull a card from the top deck, and then we'll be discarding one. What we're really trying to do is we're trying to have vases in our store that we're fulfilling and making beautiful.
Vases.
Beautiful. That sounds so pretentious. We're making beautiful flower displays so we can be the talk of the town. That's what it says.
The talk of the town.
Yep, and so anytime we see this black and white flowers here, you can put any type of flowers there. If we have them in color, you have to have those identical flowers and to be able to fulfill that. We will score flower petal points by how many flower petals are on the bottom. We can also hang some baskets here that you will see. We can have a total of 8 vases in the game. We've got some storage, a few other little things. Let's dive in and show them how to play.
Let's do it.
Alrighty. Let's go. Oh, yes.
Yep, I'm digging it.
Right off the rip. Something that Daddy wants. All right.
Yikes.
Whoops. Already telling you. So, again, we drafted a card.
Ooh,
we will be...
That's not what I want to give you.
Now, discarding a card.
Whatever.
And passing it. Now, this does not happen in the other player counts. This is the 2-player variant. All right, so I cannot fulfill... Oh, like we both did it.
Oh,
we both
nice,
got the same thing. Now, this is a storage area here. A lot of times we put the cash register up here, but to make it seen a little bit better, we've put the cash register up there. These are baskets we can hang, but we've got to pay $5 to do so. We have 4 things that we can put into storage in this game. And after that, I'm going to have to go into the trash, which we will lose 2 victory points for everything in the trash at the end of the game.
And now both of us need money.
Wow,
that's
good for me. Well, I don't know. We'll see. See what's happening.
We're gonna putting it in the deck.
Cool.
Oh, ooh. I love
This
that.
is gonna be played over 3 rounds as well. So we're trying to get the most flower points.
I'm just gonna take some money.
And that was nice. Look at that. Going ahead and fulfill that 4-pointer just like that. You passed that to me. Thank you, Dean.
You're welcome. And you discarded that $3 that I wanted.
I did discard that $3 you wanted. That's exactly right. Okay, that's interesting. What do I want? Let's do that. Oh, just got another $3 I'm discarding.
Oh, come on. Eventually, I'm going to build up my money.
Now, you also, by the way, do not have to place them in the vases. If you can put them in this, you can also rearrange them however you want over the course of the game. So, if I find another vase or vase that I want to put them in, I can rearrange them.
I don't love these. These are not great cards.
Now, there is some hate drafting in this game. Wait, hold up a second. What did I do? Uh-oh. How many am I? You're going to pass me here in a second?
I'm going to pass you 3, yeah.
Okay. I needed to draft this first so I can discard that.
It can be a little tricky with the 2-player variant where you have to draw and discard. Yeah, I didn't like this at all.
I think I'm going to take that. And I'm definitely not going to pass you the one that fulfills your biggest flower powers.
Flower powers.
Yep. Look at you got that money in that cash register, baby.
What you got there? Yeah, it's not enough to put my hanging basket out yet.
I got a little baby hanging basket because
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't get all of them. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not super digging this, but I'll take that. And then absolutely hate not give you that one. I think you heard old Squeaky there.
That's what we call our table.
That's what we call our table, old Squeaky.
It's old Squeaky.
Now, one thing that we can do now is at the end you are just handed a card. I don't have any monies. Dean can discard $2 to just randomly draw one off the top and take it. So, Dean, are you going to do that?
I think I will not do that, which is I'm taking a little bit of a risk
for now.
because I would have to take this card And I don't have a place to put it yet. I have to find a place to put it. So there's a little risk there. On to round 2. I need to have a better round. I feel like you're doing pretty well right now.
We'll see. Doesn't take much of getting the right cards at the right time to help boost you up in this game. Oh, yes. Yes. That's what I want.
You
can really take some of that, but that's the one thing that I like about, I enjoy in this game that you can rearrange your flowers and stuff too, which really, it can actually be a little more thinky than you might off the bat think in this game. You could also take these flowers and then put them in storage and hope to get the vase later on instead of opposite of that. I think that's cool. Yeah, I'm not giving you that 4 power one.
4 power.
Yeah. All right.
I'll keep the card that lets me sell some stuff to be able to gain some money, which is what I really need to be able to get that basket into play.
Yeah, so with this, yeah, we'll just talk about that when you get there. But at any point in time, it's a free action. You can sell. And, we haven't gotten hardly any customers in this deck.
No.
Sometimes we get a ton. I will say, even though there's, hanging baskets, vases, oh my gosh.
I got it.
Getting a little, you're sucking me in. Flowers, there's not a ton of different types of cards. The games can play very differently.
Yeah.
Last game Dean and I played, we had a lot of flowers that came out. Not a lot of vases, and it made it.
Oh, did I draw? How many cards are you going to have?
I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
and then
cards.
draw a card. Okay, yeah, I did.
Dang it, man. This gets, some of these decisions are a little tough.
Can be a little thinky for sure.
You know what I could do is draft that and work on that. Let's do that. Whew. You have that decision whether you want to risk passing Dean something that you want, hoping that he doesn't want it. Sometimes you give him something that he wants, but then he could just discard the one that he thinks that you want as well. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of words.
Yeah, okay, I'm just going. I'm not
going for it.
Yeah, I'm just not going to stress out. I'm actually going to
It's a flower shop. There's no sense of stressing out.
Yeah, but it's dueling businesses.
It is. All right, I'm going to go ahead and clear some stuff out here right now. I'm going to sell this rose. And I can sell this for 3. I can also sell the vase for 2, but I'm not going to do that. So I'm just going to
If it matches.
Right, if it matches. I'm going to, sell that. That's going to give me 3. And I'm going to go ahead and do this before I forget about it. I'm going to spend this 5 and hang this basket up right there. Like that. That way I've got a little...
I don't like that, actually, because that's pretty solid.
But I don't have a ton of stuff now.
I'm confused. How many cards do you have right now? 5?
5, yeah.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
So then that's what I was going to get for the next round. Draft.
I have no use for any of these.
Yeah. Do you mind passing me some that fulfill my bases?
I will not. However, I would appreciate you passing that card back on to me.
Actually got a couple bucks.
I got some flowers that don't have a place to go yet.
Yeah, I love you, Dean. There's just no way, man. There's no way.
It's not going to make it back, huh?
It can't.
Oh, this is terrible.
That's something that we will talk about. But you know what the thing is, though, is when you pass someone that, you force them, if they draft a good one, they can't do anything about it. They got to get rid of one.
Yeah, that's true.
So it actually isn't a bad thing to pass someone something that you want back because of that. All right, finally got me a customer. Whoa!
Oh.
You're hurting old Squeaky. Okay.
I don't like this either. I don't like anything. Any of the cards that I'm getting.
I'm not super digging what I've got either here. But we're getting later on in the game.
That will make it back to me probably.
I'm going to take that even though I don't like what I just took there. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Either one of these are going to benefit you, really, so I'll give you that one. I'm guessing my card did not make it back to me, the one that I wanted.
Maybe.
It did, actually.
That's one you wanted? Darn it.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't sure
I
if you
wanted
wanted that or the customer because you don't have any customers right now.
Yeah, I didn't care about that as much just because I don't have anything to use those with.
So I don't love this card. My problem is I can just make a risk, but I don't know if I want to place that risk. What am I talking about?
While you're talking.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. My storage is full, so if I want to put anything in storage now, it's going to have to go into the trash, which at the end of the game, if I have 2, then for every 2, we lose a flower point. By the way, we didn't mention that in a variant, which we love to play, is at the end of the game, we will score points for there's 3 different types of fillers, and we pick one of the types, and whatever we have the most of, we get. So that works, I guess. Yeah, that works. Yes, that works.
Mm-hmm.
I can pass you that.
Yep. We'll see how this plays out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you can tell, this is a fairly quick game. Y'all probably...
I did get the vase I needed to put these flowers in, which
I did
was
too.
Good. For me.
It's about 20, 30 minutes we're playing.
Yeah, this is a really quick game. Oh, man, I don't like this. I don't know what to do.
It's
with
interesting
these.
what you just passed me.
Yeah, isn't that?
Yeah.
I don't really know what to do with that. So
Wow. Wow. I think I just got to do that. And it gets interesting here at the end of on the last round, because you can get hosed by getting a bunch of cards, and then you're just end up throwing them all in the trash.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yes, you passed it to me. I don't know if you realized.
I didn't even see what you had.
Yeah.
I must have missed a vase that you had.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You just passed me 3 points.
Awesome.
Thanks, Dean.
Way to go.
Are you way to go at me, or are you?
Way to go at me. Let's see.
I'm liking the way my flower shop is looking. That's something that
It's a
I will
pretty
mention. Yeah,
sure.
I will mention in the gameplay thoughts and stuff. It's pretty satisfying, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and sell and buy it. So I not sell anything actually. Pay $5 to hang this basket here. But in the middle of my shop, because that's my expensive basket. Okay.
It's a trickier.
At the end of the game, we will lose every vase that we don't have filled, and we will move everything from storage into the trash. So, don't really want to do that.
It's a very wasteful game. We're just throwing
that's the whole
things
point,
away.
is you're trying not to be wasteful.
My whole point is trying to make a beautiful flower shop, and I'm crushing it.
Are you?
No. I mean, it might not be the most points, but it is
Looking pretty?
looking good. I'm not going to get that card.
That's perfect. I'll take that. Not the ideal.
Yeah, that'll be all right too.
But we're already almost done with this.
You want that card?
Sucker.
You're not gonna get
Dang, that was kind of mean.
Not gonna get it.
You want this? Take that, sucker.
Oh yeah.
Oh, boy.
This is not great.
Well, I'll take the $1, I guess.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
Okay.
We both need a flower to fulfill this, which is probably not going to happen unless we get a
Wow.
random draw at the
Look
end.
at that. Look what I just got. That little hanging basket. You want this?
I do.
In your face.
All right. So I'm just going to take $1. We did.
All those
It's the same
customers
thing.
I have. All right, I'm actually not sad. The reason I was okay with this because I have 2 customers that I haven't sold anything to. So I'm going to sell this flower to this one for $4, which is not bad. Look at my cash register going to overflow. Then I'm going to sell this one to this one for $4, which now I'm not going to have to throw anything in the trash this game.
Yeah, I should have held on to some more of those customers than I did.
Yeah.
I am going to pay $2.
I discarded like 3 customers in that round because I didn't want you to have any. Oh,
I
man.
discarded a card and I only had $1 left, so that $1 turns into 2 flower petals. How about that?
Oops, that goes up there. I will hang another basket.
And I have no waste. You don't
I have no waste
you don't-
either.
That's actually
Waste not, want not, huh?
that's not normal. All right, ready to add our scores up?
Yep, so we're going to do our flower petals.
Let's get our.
I'm going to get my
phones
handy
out.
dandy. calculator. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no! I will waste one. Did you?
I'm sorry, I did too.
But it doesn't. It won't lose any points. Right. Man, that was a 4-pointer. That would have been nice.
Yeah, I'm not going to have a very high score this time.
I think I'll do okay. All right, so we do that. We also do our hanging baskets. So you scored some points on your hanging baskets.
I did. That's true.
Calculator is acting crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so but we do lose points here, but we do pick our filler again. So I do get 4 points for having 4 of the same fillers there, which is quite nice. And I do not lose any points. Don't forget, if you have any cash, you get $5 per $1 for every $5, which is 1 point for me. I did good.
This might be my highest scoring game.
Whoa!
29. We both got 29. How about that?
Oh man, I forgot what the tiebreaker is. Get the rule book. Get the rule book.
You knocked it off the table, didn't you?
Oh my goodness! Hold up, Meeple Tower. This is serious business. I think they can hear old Squeaky.
We said we're not going to need the rule book when he knocked it off the table.
Dude, you were talking about said you're not scoring that well. 29 is your highest score you've ever gotten in this game.
Yeah, but I didn't have a lot of pedal points, which is what I thought I was going to have more of.
You did. You had hung 3 baskets, which was nice too.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. In the case of ties, the player with the most vases in their shop window wins the tie.
We're tied.
If still tied, the player with the most money, excluding money used to score flower power.
It doesn't matter.
Because I still had $3 left.
So you win.
And if that wouldn't have been the same, then we would have tied.
This game is a 1 for me.
That was fun. that was an epic ending to that game.
All of these games end really close. All the ones that I've played, they seem to be pretty close, right? In those. Although this was a high scoring game for me, 20.
Yeah, that was one of my higher scoring games.
Might be my highest. I can't remember now.
It was. Yeah,
all right.
My highest as well. Yep. What do you think, man?
This game, you look at it. Look at this game when you get complete.
Put the box up here for a second again.
Yeah. I love the look of this game. I think it's really beautiful when you get those flowers and the vases and get the hanging baskets out there. It all looks really cool, and I like a good, pretty game when you get done playing it. I like a lot.
Yeah, I love the art in this game. I showed you the box. I thought that was really nice, and the cards are linen finish, which are quite nice. What do you think about the small cards?
They are the small cards. In a drafting game, I don't always love that, but you need it.
You need it in this game.
If you want to be able to have this board, would be huge if it wasn't the tiny card. So I'm okay with that. I am thumbs up on the art and components. All right. Gameplay though, what do you think about the gameplay? So I like a good drafting game. This is a very maybe entry level drafting game is where I would put this. The decisions aren't super difficult, and there's not a ton of things to do, right? You're either getting vases or flowers to put in those vases, hanging baskets, money, and that's essentially it. But for a quicker entry-level drafting game, I think this is a good one. This is a really good one. I've enjoyed my plays of this for sure. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of little, like Dean said. All right, so it is simple to understand. I can teach this just about anyone, which is a nice positive. But there are some grueling decisions in your hand, like, oh, do I want this, or do I want to push my luck? Do I want to take this flower and hope that the vase comes out? Do I want to take the vase and hope the flower comes out by the end of the game? The game does feel like it changes over the course of the game a little bit, even though you're drafting, especially when you get to the last round. You're trying to scramble for, oh man, do I need to get bucks to fulfill, to be able to hang these baskets? Do I want to push my luck? Because if I get a vase here and I don't, it's going to go with my trash. And if it goes in my trash, then I can lose points. I mean, the game was so close. If Dean or I had one more card in the trash, the other player would have won. Which I mean, that's pretty neat. I will say that because of the simplicity, I mean, I guess for my taste, I would probably like a little more to the game. Like I would like some more choices, more decisions, maybe something different with the customer to add a little bit more, make those a little bit more interesting, have more customers come into your shop and doing something different. I don't know. But I think for a entry-level kind of gateway drafting game, it's really good. It's really good. I prefer this to Sushi Go. I do for sure, and I know that's one that people play as intro quite a bit. What do you prefer it to Sushi Go or no? Yeah, I do prefer this to Sushi Go. I think it's fun. Now with Sushi Go, Party Edition has more variability than what this one does. I think that there's not a ton of variability in the cards in the same way as like a seven wonders base game or something like that. But
that's of course my big knock. What I was like in the sense of like,
right.
it's just it's I've played this a decent amount now, and they come out differently. I mentioned in the gameplay that sometimes you can get heavy flowers and not enough vases, or vice versa, or whatever. But it still feels really similar every time you play the game.
Yeah,
I feel like I get a very samey kind of feel. This is one that I'm going to bring out when I have people over that don't play games, when I'm trying to introduce someone to card drafting. It's a nice game to have for that. Besides that, I don't see myself bringing this out a whole lot, personally. You probably do. You can see
yeah, I will. But, drafting games that's one of my favorite mechanisms, and especially in introducing new players to games because it is so simple. And so I'll pull this one out for sure. Now, the theme can be a plus or a minus depending on who you're playing with. Yeah. I mean, like as far as introducing new players, I like the theme of this one because it's unique. I don't see a lot of games like this.
Some other people could not get excited.
Yeah, but if you have people that are really into flowers, I can think of some friends that would love playing with this theme, and I could really get them into gaming with that, I think. So,
yep, but if you're
positive or negative
with some folks that want to destroy each other and have a war, I don't know if the flower theme is. I liked it though. I thought it was refreshing, and one of my big takeaway positives is whenever you're playing Seven Wonders, when you're playing some of these drafting games, you just kind of have a bunch of cards strewn about. Here you have this beautiful you really feel like, wow, look what I made.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big positive for me. So final thoughts? Yeah,
final thoughts. I think this is a fun entry level drafting game, kind of like John mentioned, in the same vein as that Sushi Go, with less variability, but I think I like the game overall a little bit better than Sushi Go. Part of that has to do with the look of it at the end of the game. Part of it has to do with some of the more interesting decisions. I do think this has more interesting decisions than Sushi Go does. So for me, I give this one a 7. It's one that I can see getting this one to the table fairly often. It is one that I'll suggest on occasion, but I'll play this one for sure. It's fun.
Yeah, I agree with Dean about the entry level thing. I agree with him it's probably it would be one of my go-tos for entry level drafting games. Maybe my go-to, depending on the theme and stuff that you talked about earlier. The decisions are not overwhelming, but they can be a little bit, oh man, do I want to do this or that? When you're playing the 2-player variant, I thought we didn't mention this. I thought the 2-player variant was pretty darn good in this game. There's not a lot of drafting games that have, a lot of times they just fall flat whenever you play 2 players. And Steve says that this game is better at higher player count. I'm not going to disagree with him on that, but I do think the 2-player variant is solid.
This, for a 2-player drafting game, is one of my favorites for sure because it doesn't have that dummy hand. I think that just discarding and drawing and discarding a card is really interesting. So that's a big plus for me. If
people get their feelings hurt, they could get their feelings hurt with a discard in this 2-player variant. Because you're passing them stuff. You have to play that way in this game. Yeah. Dean's going to discard stuff that you want. So if you really do, I could see people be like, oh, you just keep discarding what I want. Yeah, of course. That's how you have to play the game, or you will lose.
That's the flower business.
It's the name of the game. That's just the way it is. It's a cutthroat business. But overall, like I mentioned, I do wish there was, for me personally, just a little bit more to it. There's other drafting games. I like drafting. I like that mechanic a lot. But, It's a Wonderful World came out recently, which I love. Seven Wonders I love. There's just other drafting games I would rather play over this. But it would potentially have a place on my shelf for that entry-level style thing, and it is beautiful. So, Steve always comes out with good games, though. Like this, I've never played one of his games where I don't go, that's a solid game.
That's true.
It's a well-designed game. So, I'm still... A 7 means that I'm usually willing to play. 6 means okay if play in the mood. I'm going to kind of split the difference there. I wouldn't say I'm usually willing to play this. Oftentimes I will, but there's just other ones I would say, let's play Seven Wonders. I mean, that's just going to be real. That's what I'm going to suggest, in a lot of those situations or in other games. But 6.5.
2-player, I would much rather play this than Seven Wonders.
Sure.
I'll say that.
Sure. So 6.5 out of 10, still a good score. I think a lot of people are going to really like this game.
Yep, 6.5 from John, 7 from me. Good game. Tell people how they can get in touch with us.
All right, if you're enjoying our channel, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. We are at Meepletown. No, we are MeepletownGames.com. If you want to check out all of our stuff, we're at Meepletown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to Meepletown.
Thanks for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at Meepletown Games, and connect with us on the Meepletown Guild number 3407, at BoardGameGeek.com, and also subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for coming down to Meepletown.